Namaskaram. How are you?
Good. Namaste. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Namaste, everyone. Welcome to our West Coast session of gentle yoga. This type of gentle yoga is designed as a palliative yoga. Palliative yoga is primarily a preventive style, but it can have therapeutic effects also. It is designed for stress reduction and to increase the energy of communication in body systems, which stimulates better immune system and body's repair mechanism. One feels better and minor issues can get resolved. Yoga brings good health of mind and body, inner awareness, and a sense of cosmic connection. Regular discipline, regular discipline practice is key. So if you miss a day, please use the video recording on YouTube at Life in Yoga Rajan. Yoga is not a physical exercise and it's not a religious practice either. So people with any religious background can do this. Some points to note. This type of gentle yoga can be done sitting on a chair or on the floor. But remember to keep your spine straight but not stiff at all times. If you need to, support your back. Do these practices gently, smoothly, and without jerks. Slower is better. Visualize the part of the body being exercised for maximum benefit. Follow instructions to avoid adverse reactions. There should be no strain, and you should do it within your capacity. Make sure your breathing is slow and smooth. If anything causes pain or discomfort, please stop immediately, avoid the practice, and seek clarification. If you have any questions regarding personal problem, please send an email to the email addresses provided in the reminder email. And remember, liability is entirely yours. Thank you. Narayanji, are you there yet? We'll wait for Dr. Narayan.
Yet to join, I think. I think he's still joining.
Oh, is that him? Okay, that's okay. We'll wait for him to join. No, it's not.
Maybe we can discuss until the Narayananji comes online.
Sure, if you have a question, you can discuss it among yourselves, not a problem.
Okay. I do have a question. Question, comment. We say kleshas and we say kleshas are those 5 things, avidya, etc. And in that is asmita and abnivesha. Asmita is the experiencer part and abnivesha is the doer part of feeling. So the experience part and observer part is a good thing. So I was wondering why it should be part of an impurity. Why should it be called a klesha? So as I was pondering about it, then I thought maybe these come as pairs like North and South Pole. And similarly is the raga and dvesha, the two poles, they are opposites and they come as a package. You cannot separate them out. So even though asmita is not an impurity, it still has to be clubbed along with the kleshas. This is my understanding. Please comment.
I think Dr. Narayan is here. He can comment on it now.
Sorry to keep you all holding. Namaste.
Namaste. Let's do our Om and then he'll answer you.
Yes. Let's take a deep breath in. Okay. The idea of this question that is raised is asmita means I exist. So only if you have the sense of existence can you experience the higher experience of prajna or the cosmic, knowledge, or what you would call as the intuitive awareness. That can only happen if you have asmita. But even asmita is something that is part of your programmed entity. See, the word used in the old language, or the concept of klesha, is a programmed entity. So if you look at it from that perspective, then what happens is, if you think in terms of energy that is not programmed, just energy, then there is nothing in it. The moment you create a program in there, you create perturbations in it. So it is from that perspective, it is a klesha. And of course, when we go to the point of the last two sutras of chapter 4, where Patanjali talks about the final state of liberation, that will actually give us more insight into understanding the nature of klesha that asmita brings. So keep that question in mind. And when we go to chapter 4, the end of it, it will get answered. Let's revisit that. Okay.
So Narayan, I have a question.
Yeah.
It feels as if Yoga Sutra is like Patanjali is teaching a class. And when he tells one sutra, then he goes and explains each sutra or each meaning of each word of that sutra through his disciples. And they're writing it down, and they wrote it as the class was taught to them. That's what I am feeling like. He goes and then explains each one, what does it mean and how does it mean in this world, and that's how it's written. Is that right?
See, it is difficult for me to answer that question because the sutras have always been written down as it is. What Patanjali went through to do this is something I cannot fathom. It is there is one thing to be also made a point of, is that Patanjali was one of the earliest people to write a treatise on Sanskrit grammar. And why is that important and relevant? How many of you have ever reflected whether grammar comes before the language or language comes after the grammar? Have you thought about it? If you have thought about it, look at a child who starts speaking a language. Does the child know grammar? The child never learned grammar. So the language comes before the grammar. And so the way in which we understand Sanskrit grammar is that, when the Sanskrit language was evolved in terms of a script, as a written script. When the written script evolved, that was probably around the time in that, I would say, a couple of 100 years, when Patanjali and some of his predecessors, and then Vyasa thereafter, all of these people were there. That is when the written script possibly evolved. Now, when the written script evolved, there was an effort made to document, to write down everything that they thought may be valuable information. And when they started writing down, they didn't necessarily understand the meaning of what was written down. And so when people started writing down, they simply heard sounds, and like they write in shorthand, they simply wrote as they heard. And when they wrote it down as they heard, they didn't know, if you hear a foreign language, you would not know where one word is split from the other words. Even though I speak so many words at the same time and there is a bundle of sound coming, because you understand English, you understand every word, where the words are, right? நான் இப்போ தமிழ்ல பேசிட்டுனா உங்களுக்கு யாருக்கும் நான் என்ன சொல்றேன் புரியாது, right? So I spoke in Tamil, and there were so many words over there, and people who don't understand Tamil wouldn't know where the words are or what I said, right? So the thing is basically, this is the nature by which all of early documents in Sanskrit were written down. So that is why when you see in the Bhagavad Gita, the way they write it and all of this, you get a concatenated text of so many words, and you don't know where the words are being separated out, right? And so in order to split the word and make the sense of it, the grammar was created after the language. And so Patanjali was one of the earliest people to write a book on grammar, and that text that he wrote is called the Mahabhashya. Okay? And so you can imagine that in those early stages where they were trying to do this. Now, the Yoga Sutra we are reading is a place where you have all the words are split there for you, because that's how I did it. So if you don't split the words, you can't make sense of it. Whereas if you go and read the way, the people who don't understand why the language and how it came about, they want to write the language like a puzzle. So you have to know where to go and break the words to understand what it means, right? So this is how grammar was born. And given the time and place where Patanjali was and how people were writing down, how come Patanjali Yoga Sutra got written in this way and things like that, it is possible that somebody was hearing Patanjali explain and they wrote it down right over there. Okay.
Thank you. Neeru Agarwal, do you have a question? She has unmuted herself. Neeru Agarwal?
No, thank you. Not now.
Okay.
So now let's go straight to the where we left off. Remember, we did the definition of the each one of the yamas and the niyamas, and Patanjali is very clear. Yama and niyama alone will lead you to the final destination of going beyond rebirth, becoming self-realized and all of that. And so many of you who come from the Indian background, you can understand that there was a lot of emphasis on the way of life, how you led your activities from morning to evening. In the morning when you woke up, you did some rituals for the sake of doing it. And, it is very interesting in different parts of India, how they do it, whether it is lighting a lamp, whether there is offering of water to Arghya to the sun. People, do so many things in a way in order to bring the thought beyond our physical existence, something that is beyond. So this kind of experiencing, or the way in which you lead life, where you are consciously affirming to yourself what this life is all about, something more than this material being, and it's more than what we are doing. So this is something that is inculcated as part of daily life. And of course, in the Indian tradition, the concept of 3 times a day meditation, which is called Trikala Sandhya. So this was something that was part of the tradition as a meditative practice. So in other words, just by leading life with yama and niyama as a regular piece of life, that itself takes you everywhere. Okay? So in other words, that is why Sutra number 45, Patanjali is kind of saying over there, you attain samadhi by Ishvara Pranidhana, and of course, that follows everything else that relates to yama and niyama over there. So now, having said that, and now people who come from the Indian background do realize that very few people heard about Hatha Yoga before this generation. Okay? Because Hatha Yoga was not as popular in India because your whole life was something that was breeding yoga as part of your existence, keeping that ritual and the regularity. So now, but having said that, now let's go a little further where Patanjali is going to talk about the asana, pranayama, and pratyahara in chapter 2, and the remaining 3 in chapter 3. So sthiram sukham asanam. And I'll go on to complete the 3 sutras related to the asana. Next is prayatna shaitilya ananta samapatibhyam tato dvandva anabhighatah. So let's look at these 3 sutras together. These 3 sutras together are saying sthiram means being still. Sukham is being at peace, relaxed. That is what is asana. So if you attain a posture where you're able to be still and relaxed, that is the concept of an asana. Asana. Okay? So whether you stand on your head or if you're twisted, it doesn't matter whichever way. But if you can be steady over there, still and in peace, that's what is an asana. And what is the quality of it? The quality of it is prayatna means effort. Shaitalya means very little, means weak. Shaitalya, shitalta means weak, very weak effort. Ananta samapatibhyam. Ananta means unending, infinite. Samapatibhyam, that it should feel like infinite engrossment. Then next is tato, from that, dvandva, opposites, anabhigataha. You should not have the anabhigata. Abhigataha means to be affected by opposites. Anabhigataha means not affected by opposites. So in other words, he's telling you the nature of asana and yoga is that you should be able to do it with great ease, with very little effort. And the kind of ease that you have should be something in which you can have infinite engrossment. And it should be such that you should not feel affected by the opposites. What do you mean by opposites? In the sense feeling pain or hot or cold, or feeling dry in the mouth, or feeling this, that. In other words, you can be so engrossed in it, you're unaware of you don't get disturbed by anything else. So now that I've said this, now all of you here can understand that if you look at various schools of yoga, where they do things and it is all about attaining a physical posture, and you try to attain difficult posture and you're making a lot of effort. Is that yoga? Patanjali is telling you that's not yoga. And think of, how much of, exercising and what you would call, physical culture is what is considered as yoga. And in fact, the real yoga, as Patanjali is telling you, is when whatever you do, the effort should be light and you should be able to have infinite engrossment in it so that you're not affected by anything. That is the definition of asana. Now, having defined asana, I will complete the other one, which is pranayama also today. And after we finish pranayama, we will get on to our regular session. In the case of pranayama, Patanjali is saying tasmin sati. That means having attained that state. What is that state? From the asana. Shwasa prashvasayoho. Sati really means ending. Tasmin sati, so having ended the state of the, having attained the state of the asana. Shwasa prashvasayoho gati vicheda pranayama. Shwasa is to inhale. Prashvasa is the opposite of that, exhale. Gati means speed. Vicheda means discretely separated, is pranayama. In other words, what he is talking about is inhaling and exhaling, the speed, and whether you hold, whether there are pauses in between, all of that together is what is the zone of pranayama. Bahya abhyantara stamba vrittihi deshakala sankhyabihi paridrishtau dirgha sukshmaha. Bahya is outside, abhyantara is inside. Stamba means not moving. Vritti is activation. Desha is the place where you are. Kala, the time. Sankhya is the counts of it. Paridrishto, pari is around, drishto, and sankhyabi, paridrishto means according to the surroundings. Dirgha sukshmaha. Dirgha is long, sukshmaha is subtle. So, and then actually, as I'm looking over here, I won't have time to finish all of these very quickly, but we'll repeat this again tomorrow. Bahya abhyantara vishaya akshepi chaturtaha. The fourth state is when you're neither inhaling nor exhaling, and nor are you holding, and that is the state of a chaturtha, a fourth state where the breath completely stops. That's it. That's a thing called Kevala Kumbhaka in yoga. And you can go and read upon it if you want for tomorrow. Tata chiyate prakasha avaranam. Out of that, what happens is the light that is, our inner light that is covered by the residue of impurity, all the residue begin to wear away as a result of that. Dharana sucho cha yogyata manasa. And the mind becomes clear to become one-pointed. So that is the nature of pranayama. So with that, we will stop today and we'll repeat the pranayama thing tomorrow again. But the reason I wanted to say this is, you can quickly see that the asana is considered as a precursor to pranayama. In other words, until the body is in ease, you're not ready to do breathing practices, right? So that is the point that is being made over there. So let's go on to our regular practice. Let's begin with the chakra vibrations.
Thank you.
Bring the awareness to the perineum, and we will do the mantra Lam. So is there anybody new today? If so, unmute yourself and say yes. Nobody knew. So in which case, you all know where perineum is. So bring your awareness to the perineum, press the little finger with the thumb, and we are going to do Lam. Take a deep breath in. Lam. Release your finger and continue. Now bring the awareness 1 inch above the perineum, and there we do the mantra Vam. Press the ring finger and let's continue. Vam. Vam. Release the finger and continue. Last time. Now bring the awareness behind the navel, and there we do the mantra Ram, and we press the middle finger with the thumb. Take a deep breath in. Ram. 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 Release the fingers and continue. Ram. Now bring the awareness in between the breasts, in the middle of the chest. Here you can do the mantra Yam. So pressing on the index finger. Yum. 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 Release the fingers and continue. Yum. Yum. Now bring the awareness to the throat, and here we will do the sound hum. So if you have your thumbs up mudra with a loose fist, and we do hum at the throat. Hum. 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 Release the fingers and continue. Hum. Bring the awareness to the middle of the head, and here we do the sound. Chum, thumbs up mudra. Chum. 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 Release the fingers and continue. Chum. Last time. Chum. Now bring your awareness to the top of the head, and here we will do the sound Om. Take a deep breath in. Oh, and thumbs up mudra. Om. Om. Release your hands and continue. Om. Now we are ready to go on to the happy face breathing. Those of you who know, please continue. And those of you who don't, I'll give you the instruction. Keep your eyes closed and observe the throat. The throat is the hole in the bottommost part of the mouth where the mouth meets the neck. So keeping the focus on that hole, make a big smile. As the cheeks pull out, feel like the hole is stretching a little. The throat has stretched a little. Keep the focus on the stretched throat, and as you inhale and exhale, slowly feel like the air is rubbing along the throat. It'll feel like a sucking sensation. So let's continue. Now we can go on to the respiratory mantra. Bring your awareness inside the sternum, and from there a line going up through the top of the head. And along that line, going out of the body, visualize the mantra Haim Em Am, 3 syllables, Haim Em Am. Just feel the vibration going. If for any reason you cannot feel it leave the top of the head and go outside the body, bring your awareness 2 inches above the head and keep it outside the body. Don't let the vibration stay in the body. now we are ready to go on to the spinal alignment. And Vijaya will take over. But before she starts, I'm going to share something with you. And this is specific to Vijaya. That is, we have just opened today the enrollment for our measured yoga therapy training program in 2021. And it'll be at a timing that will allow people from India and in other places that are west of India, essentially from everywhere from India through Europe to the US to do it. So take a look at it and just go and put your name into it, Vijaya, because you're interested, right? So you can do that. You can go to lifeinyoga.org and right in the homepage itself, you will see all the details. You see right in the homepage, you have the main thing to click. It's also there in other pages. So anybody who's interested, you can put your name over there.
Timing, any change in timing?
The timing is from 10 in the morning till 12 noon on Saturdays. That is when the instruction is done. So 10 in the morning here to 12 noon is the equivalent of 8:30 at night in India. So it's from 8:30 to 10:30 in India time. That will be during the summer months, and of course, actually, sorry, that will be during the winter months. And from April on, it will become 7:30 to 9:30 in India evening time.
Narayan.
Okay.
Okay.
It's on Saturdays only, na?
Only on Saturdays. So you can read everything over there. So just wanted to let you know. Actually, this was directed towards Vijaya. You're the person who is highly qualified to do that.
Thank you, thank you.
So Vijaya, please take it away.
Thank you, doctor. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, gently bring the ear down to the shoulder. Inhale and come back. Exhale and bring the other ear down to the shoulder. Inhale and come back. And continue. As you come back, exhale and look over one shoulder. Inhale and come back. Exhale and look over the other shoulder. Inhale and come back. And continue. As you come back, and with the next inhalation, take your head backwards. Exhale and bring the chin down to the chest. Inhale and head backwards. Exhale and chin down to the chest. And continue. As you exhale and come down, we'll do the 360-degree neck rotations. Inhale for half a circle. And exhale the other half. And continue in the same direction. As you come back to the center, we'll switch directions. Inhale for half a circle. And exhale the other half. And continue. Relax as you come back. We'll now move to the shoulder exercises and we'll alternate shoulders. Inhale and lift up one shoulder. Exhale, rotate and bring it back down. Inhale and lift up the other shoulder. Exhale, rotate and bring it back down. And continue. Relax as you come back. We'll now move to our hand exercises. Stretch your hands and keep them straight. As you inhale, open out your palms and keep them perpendicular to the forearm. As you exhale, thumbs in and fists down. Inhale, exhale, and continue. As you exhale and bring your fist down, we'll do the fist rotations. Inhale for half a circle and exhale the other half and continue. As you come back to the center, we'll switch directions. Inhale for half a circle and exhale the other half and continue. Relax as you come back. For the next exercise, let's bring our elbows in line with the shoulders. Open out your palms and move your wrists up and down as you inhale and exhale. And continue. As you come back down, we'll switch directions. Inhale and exhale and continue. Relax as you come back. We'll now move to the next exercise. So interlock our hands and place them behind the head. Make sure your elbows are at 180 degrees and the head is straight. As you exhale, turn to one side. Inhale and come back. Exhale and turn the other side. Inhale and come back and continue. Relax as you come back. For the next exercise, let's get our elbows above the head. As you exhale, pull on one elbow, inhale and come back. Exhale and pull on the other elbow. Inhale and come back. And continue. Feel the stretch along your shoulder blades as you do this. Relax as you come back. For the next exercise, let's get our elbows behind the back. As you exhale, turn to one side. Inhale and come back. Exhale and turn the other side. Inhale and come back. Continue. Relax as you come back. For the next exercise, let's keep our hands on either side of the spine. As you inhale, push back on one side, making a backward arch. Exhale and come back. Inhale and move to the other side. Exhale and come back. And continue. Relax as you come back. We'll now do both our shoulders together. Inhale, lift up both your shoulders. Exhale, push back, rotate, and bring it back down. Inhale and exhale. And continue. Relax as you come back. For the next exercise, let's cross one leg over the other and place and hold the knee with the interlocked hand. Exhale and pull up the leg and turn to the same direction as the leg you're holding. Inhale and release. Exhale, pull and turn. Inhale and release. And continue. Feel the stretch along your thighs as you do this. As you come back down, we'll switch to the other leg. Exhale, pull and turn. Inhale and release. And continue. Relax as you come back. We'll now do the cycling exercise and 5 counts on each leg. Inhale and bring up the leg. Exhale and stretch it out in a cycling motion. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Switch to the other leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Relax as you come back. We'll do a minute of alternate nostril breathing, Anulom Vilom, and then move to Bhastrika Pranayama. So for the alternate nostril breathing, we exhale and inhale through the same nostril. And if you begin your first inhalation with the left nostril, you exhale and inhale through the right nostril. Close your right nostril. Exhale and inhale through the left nostril. Close your left nostril. Alternate. Continue. As you complete the breath, we'll move to Bhastrika Pranayama. There's 2 ways of doing this. One way is to place our hands over the abdominal area, and as we deeply inhale, the abdominal area the chest and the shoulder expands. And as we exhale, the shoulder, the chest, and the abdominal area contract. The other way of doing this is to place our hands close to the body, loose fists. As we deeply inhale and push back, the shoulder, chest, and the abdominal area expand. And as we exhale, close our fists and bring our hands down. The shoulder, chest, and the abdominal area contract. The exhalation is a little longer than the inhalation. We'll do this keeping our eyes closed to a count of 20. For the first round, I'll keep count of both inhalation and exhalation. And for the second, I'll keep track of the inhalation and please follow through on the exhalation at your own pace. As we do this, please visualize the vitality of the breath as we inhale and exhale. If you're ready, inhale, exhale. 2, exhale. 3, exhale. 4, exhale. 5, exhale. 6, exhale. 7, exhale. 8, exhale. 9, exhale. 10, exhale. 11, exhale. 12, exhale. 13, exhale. 14, Exhale. 15. Exhale. 16. Exhale. 17. Exhale. 18. Exhale. 19. Exhale. 20. And exhale. Keep your eyes closed. Relax. Observe any sensations in the head and also as they gently dissipate. As the sensations slowly subside from the head, we move to the second round and I'll keep count of the inhalation. You ready? Inhale. Two. Three. Four. Five. Six. Seven. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Your eyes closed. Relax. Observe any sensations within.
Keeping your eyes closed, as your sensations dissipate, we will go into meditation. Sit comfortably. If you need to, support your back. Tell yourself, I give up all ideas and concepts, and I care about nothing. If you have a personal mantra, you can chant the personal mantra in your mind. If not, I will be playing the Om mantra and you can focus on that. Use whatever mudra works for you. Keeping your eyes closed, affirm to yourself, may I be guided to fulfill the purpose for which I was born. With that, bring both the palms in front of your face. As you open your eyes, look directly into the palm of your hands. Thank you, everyone. Namaste.
Namaste.
How about this registration for the Saturday course I'm from India.
Yeah.
So can you just give my name because you have the details now?
No, you have to go in and sign in. So you go to
Okay.
lifeinyoga.org.
Okay.
And there you will see that thing.
When is it starting?
In January.
January. Okay, I'll do it. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Namaste.
Namaste.